Good morning, boys and girls. Today's Thursday, Ratapu. And as you know, I've got Rose here to help us out, which will be really, really cool. It's lovely to see you again. So exciting. As you know, this week we're talking about the letter H. Do you remember how it sounds? Let's get our H and have a look. How does it sound? Do you remember? That's right. Excellent. You're so clever. This is the hovering helicopters, isn't it? And that's an alliteration. Helicopters hovering. That's pretty neat. Let's have a look at our list. Our list has grown. You won't believe it. It's very, very long. It's almost getting heavy now because it's full of words. Here it is. 8 words. Now we had a few words sent in from Abigail, so I'm so impressed because we've added to our list and it's getting quite large now, so I'm very excited. So thank you to Abigail for that, and please, boys and girls, if you have any H words, send them along. I'd love to put them on my list. Okay, let's read them together. I've underlined Abigail's words, so I'll tell you when we get to them, okay? The first one is house. Next one is hat, and that's Abigail's because it's got a line under it. Hat. Hold, high, hotel, happy. That's an Abigail word too. I know that she's happy playing with her sister Evie. Hedgehog, helicopter, hammer, horse, heart, hill, hail, helium, hay. Now this is an interesting one. Hakuna Matata. I think that's out of the Lion King. That's an Abigail one too. Well done, Abigail. That's a tricky one. Help. That's an Abigail word too. Heart. Another one from Abigail. Hat and hen. Both from Abigail too. Good job. That's excellent. I'm so proud of you guys. You're really, really clever. Are you ready to say a poem? You are? Now my first poem's about a cow that jumps over the moon. Do you think a cow could jump over the moon? That would be a really big jump, wouldn't it? What about a cat playing a fiddle? And a little dog laughing? It's a bit strange, isn't it? But it's good fun. Let's have a read. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed, see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. That's such a funny one, isn't it? Can you imagine a dish running off with a spoon? That would be different. Okay, are you ready to climb aboard the spaceship? I'm so excited, I can't wait. Here we go. Here it is. Climb aboard the spaceship, we're going to the moon. Hurry and get ready, we're going to blast off soon. Put your helmet on, buckle up really tight. Here comes the countdown, let's count with all our might. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off! Love that one, it's probably my favourite. But I have got a new one for you, remember? About the planets. This is neat because it tells us a little bit about each planet, which is really, really cool. Let's have a look. It's called The Planets. I'll read it slowly and you can have a think about what it says, because it tells you a little bit of information about each planet. It starts off talking about the sun, and the sun's not a planet, is it? It's a star. It's our closest star to our Earth. Keeps us warm. Ready? Okay. You ready, Rose? Yep, she's ready. Well, the sun's a hot star. Mercury, which is a planet, Mercury is hot too. Venus is the brightest planet. Earth's home to me and you. Mars is the red one. And Jupiter is most wide. It's huge. Saturn's got those icy rings, and Uranus spins on its side. Neptune is really windy, and Pluto's really small. And we wanted to name the planets, and now we've named them all. Isn't that cool? Love that one. It's really neat. Okay, now would you like to hear a story? Oh, hang on a minute. Before I tell a story, I've got to tell you some exciting information, some exciting news. I looked on my WhatsApp, which is on my phone, and there were lovely videos of Kiera showing her model rocket that she made. And do you know what she was doing? She was climbing up on her slide and she was blasting off her rocket from the top of the slide. Unbelievable. That was really exciting to see that, Kiera. Well done. Also, I saw Kai and Joel and Daddy had made a Lego rocket, and that was so cool too. He was outside playing with his rocket. Love what you guys are doing. It's so awesome. Guess what else I saw on an email? Lara and her sister Lily have made a telephone using tin cans and a big piece of string, or a big long piece of string, can on each end. And you know those telephones? They really work. That's a fun activity. Boys and girls, you'd probably like to do that. Yeah, so well done you guys. Seen some lovely things. Yeah, so those are the things I've seen, but I know, boys and girls, that you're doing heaps more neat activities, always inspired by Steve the Builder. He's got some great ideas, hasn't he? He's very clever, very impressive. Okay, I'm going to read you a story, and this is a funny story. It's called There's No Place Like Space. Here it is. Shall I read it? It's quite funny. There might be some things that we can learn within the book though. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to read this book about space, and it's called There's No Place Like Space. It's a pretty cool story. And it's got the cat in the hat in it. Do you know the cat in the hat? Yeah, he's pretty cool. Now this is written by Trish Raby and illustrated. The person that did the pictures is Astrid Reitz. They're fancy names, aren't they? Very clever people wrote this book and drew some beautiful pictures. There's the book there. You might have this at your house. We've got some at preschool. This is our preschool book. Let's have a look. I'll read it and then I'll hold it up so you can see the pictures, okay? Sounds good? There's no place like space. That's the beginning. Here it is. I'll just turn around so you can see it. I'm the cat in the hat and we're off to have fun. We'll visit the planets, the stars and the sun. There's no place like space. I will prove it to you. Your mother won't mind at all if I do. There's the pictures. Do you see them? Okay. Jump in. Here we go. We'll fly up so high. We can dance on the moon and play games in the sky. We'll swing past the stars, and in case you have missed them, you'll soon see the planets in our solar system. There are 9 of these planets that circle the sun, and soon you'll be able to name each one. Here it is there. It's up there off in their spacecraft with their helmets on. And the cat in the hat sitting on board too. Mercury, which is the first planet, here it is, here's the picture. Mercury, close to the sun's burning light. It's hot in the daytime, but freezing at night. Here it is. So really hot and really cold at night. On Venus, that's the next planet, the weather is always the same. Hot, dry and windy with no chance of rain. Can you guess the next planet? Well, here's a clue. It's my home and your home. And the home to thing 1 and thing 2. What's this next planet, do you think? You've been living on it each day since your birth. It's third from the sun and it's our planet. What's our planet called? Yeah. Earth. So it is. It spins all the time, round and round like a top. It turns once every day, and it will never stop. There's our Earth there, isn't it? Remember, we live down the bottom, don't we? Right down there, by the South Pole. The question had thing 1 and thing 2 in a tizzy. If the Earth is always spinning, why don't we feel dizzy? That's funny, isn't it? We don't feel the Earth as it spins on its way because we're spinning right with it, right now, each day. There it is. Next, here is Mars. It's a colour of rust. It's red. We sneeze here because it's all covered in dust. Travel to Jupiter and you will find it's bigger than all the other planets combined. It's huge. Jupiter is huge. Saturn, this is Abigail's favourite. Saturn has rings. It's so light, who would think? It could float in an ocean and not even sink. It might be huge, but it's made up of gases, so it's very, very light. A planet can have satellites that surround it. They're moons. Satellites are moons. Uranus has lots of these objects around it. And this is Uranus, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's got even more than that. It's got lots of moons orbiting around. Isn't that amazing? We only have one moon, don't we, when we look up in the sky? If you were on Uranus and you looked in the sky, you go, oh, look at all those moons. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Imagine that. There are colours in space, and I'll show you some too. Neptune, you see, is a beautiful blue. That's one of my favourite colours. I love blue. It's so pretty. That's the colour of Neptune. You know, Neptune's a long, long way from the sun, so it's very, very freezing, very cold. Long, long way away. If you lived on Pluto, it would not be nice. Some astronomers think it's covered in ice. I bet it is. It's a long, 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 long way away too. It's chilly and cold every night and all day, for the sun is just a speck in the sky far away. So the sun is nowhere near Pluto, so Pluto never gets warm. It's always freezing cold. An astronomer studies what's up in the sky. That's somebody that studies the sky is called an astronomer. And they have big special telescopes so they can look right up into space. Really big ones. Thing 2 wants to be 1. In fact, so do I. Be fun, wouldn't it, looking up into space, spotting everything up there. We've seen all the 9 planets. Now here's a trick to remember their names and remember them quick. And they've got a special way of remembering them. Let's name all the planets from the sun. Ready? Mercury, Venus, next one is Earth, then Mars and Jupiter, Saturn with the rings, Uranus on its side, Neptune, really cold, and tiny Pluto. Here we go. There's some games in this book too, which is cool. It says here, a star in the sky may look so small like a dot, but it's really a big glowing ball. And it's hot, because our sun is a star. It's just close. The others are stars too, but they're far away. And that's why they look so tiny. They're far, far away. And there's one star, by far, that's our favourite one. We can't live without it. That star is our sun. There it is. From the Earth, it looks big. There's one reason why. It's the closest to Earth of the stars in the sky. Be careful and never look right at the sun. Your eyes will get hurt, and that wouldn't be fun. Oh, look at the time. We must go very soon. But we must take a quick look at the moon. There's the moon. See the craters? The moon doesn't shine in the sky in the night. but like a big mirror, it reflects the sun's light. So the moon doesn't have its own light, but the light comes off the sun and makes the moon shine. It's pretty clever, eh? The universe, that's a big space up there. The universe is a mysterious place. We're only just learning what happens in space. So I bought you a present to look in the sky. Just put this telescope up to your eye. And that's a special machine, which means you can see right up into space. It's pretty cool, eh? That would be neat. I wish we had a telescope at preschool. Oh dear, I must fly back to the stars and take things 1 and 2 out for dinner on Mars. It's funny. But there's lots to discover, and it might be you who looks up at the sky and finds something new. So you know, one day you might be looking in a telescope and you might think, oh, what's that? Is that a planet beyond Pluto? Can I see a new planet? Maybe. It could be you. And that's the end of the story. It's a pretty cool story, eh? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now boys and girls, that was a wonderful story. Tomorrow is very exciting too, because we're going to be talking about Saturn and answering Abigail's question. Do you remember Abigail's question? Yeah, she wanted to know why Saturn has got those rings around it and the other planets don't seem to have any rings. She wants to know about those rings. So we're going to find out about that tomorrow. Really cool. But in the meantime, your fun activity, would you like to have a go at drawing Saturn, the planet, with the big rings around it? Colour it all beautifully? Because it certainly is a beautiful looking planet, isn't it? Sure is, boys and girls. Okay, ka kite, have a lovely afternoon. Say goodbye. Oh, Rose is asleep. Okay, ka kite everybody. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.